And there we go. Good morning, everyone. It's a little dark, but guess what? It's not going to be dark that much longer because don't forget, this weekend is fall back. But good morning, everyone. This is Carol, so AKA Naughty Boss, live with
TwoSistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I'm a little discombobulated. Obviously, haven't had time to take my shower yet from kickboxing, which I will do shortly after this broadcast. But, you know, Friday is always such a good time to kind of, you know, the weekend review, good, bad, and different, but to celebrate those things that we've achieved. Maybe we've set some goals. Maybe we've done more than we thought we were able to do. So those are all good things really to celebrate and be fantabulous and go into the weekend with shits and giggles. And obviously tomorrow is the last primetime hurrah. So we're looking forward to that. It'll be a nice evening to be a part of that. You know, our cousins have obviously been, you know, so much a part of our lives, but not only them, but the band members have, you know, been there for so many memorable birthdays, anniversaries, just get-togethers, and, you know, being with one another and enjoying the music. And the music will never stop. And I'm really excited for all of them as they endeavor into different things in their lives. So it's a good weekend.
It is, and I just also want to let the viewers know that Sal and Ralphie will be playing November 13th at the Hawthorne Inn. So there's that too. You know, I messaged Ralph because I was like bummed. I'm like, I'm going to miss you by a short period of time. And I'm bummed, but I know, you know, you're going to go, and a lot of people obviously will be filming. There'll be a lot of celebration, but I was also excited to know that our cousins are sticking together, and they're going to just do smaller venues, smaller gigs with the brothers, the Valenti brothers. So that's exciting news. So again, that is November 13th at the Hawthorne Inn. And I believe that's what town is that in? Hawthorne Inn. It is
Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin. I was going to say it's kind of like in that tweener area on the Berlin Turnpike, but that's exciting. So that's good things that are coming up. I love to hear what good things are coming up in the future. Get your calendar and your planner all set for what you're going to do. And especially, you know, when the weekend comes up, everyone, you know, as we approach, we're like in the middle of holiday season. Obviously, you know, you have that September where you're coming out of the summertime and you're coming into the fall, and we know there's such fun things. You've got so many festivals and fairs. Obviously, ending that with Halloween, and then now we're getting geared up for it's Thanksgiving, but it's almost like it's pre-Christmas Thanksgiving, because we know if you go to the stores right now, earlier and earlier and earlier, they're really prepping for Christmas. And for many people, it's so hard because you're just kind of fast forwarding through everything. But again, it's about preparation. And if you do live one of those busy lives and you're trying to stay ahead of the game, I used to think it was kind of taboo to set up too early for one particular holiday or another. But I do understand where people's times are so condensed. You want to be able to have that enjoyment and kind of get, you know, your decorating and those kinds of things done early, so you can enjoy the holidays. So I kind of see the value in it. Sometimes it seems a little bit too early when it's like in October, but so be that. But Fantabulous Friday is what? It's a combination of what we've accomplished all week long. So we had Monday Mindset, we had Triumph Tuesday, Wealth Wellness Wednesday, what was trending, which I hope was all of you for Trending Thursday. And now that leads us to the celebration of what you did, what you accomplished, what goals you did, but don't be down on yourself. Take the time to celebrate yourself, because so many times we think of, oh, what didn't I do? Oh my God, I didn't finish this. I didn't do that. I could only get part of something done. That's okay. At least you're making the action forward. And that is why we have these different themes every day to help you get into that mindset that you can achieve the things, but don't be hard on yourself, because who does that serve anyways, Jan, when you're hard on yourself?
Well, it doesn't serve anyone, and it puts stress on your body, which releases cortisol. And then you're just like in this tight little bundle, like, oh, it's just not good for you health wise and whatever. I do want to chat about a lot of chit chat that I've heard here, there, I've been picking up on different things. And it's funny with social media. I wouldn't say that I'm on it a lot, obviously, with the type of business, with our business together and my personal business being a VA, I am on it here and there. But what I've heard is, the pandemic 20 or the pandemic 30 in relationship to weight gain. Typically, this time of year from Halloween to New Year's is called the seasonal 7. And let's just forget the P word for a second, okay? Because I don't like saying that word anyways. Unfortunately, the seasonal 7 has really turned into times 4 or 5. So I'm hearing a little chit chat all over in these different segment areas that people have gained a lot of weight. And personally, obviously, I know what that is like. People know my story and history with weight gain and weight loss. And I'm not going to go into that too much, but I did lose over 100 pounds, and I have successfully kept it off for about 14 years. But the point in me kind of chatting about this today is I thought it was really obviously important, because rule number 1, be gentle and kind to yourself. Fill your body with water. I was chatting with somebody on the Wisdom app the other day, and we'll chat about that later. And it was about, the trips that you take throughout your house. And many people obviously have to walk by their refrigerator. And out of habit, we tend to, like, we all know what's in our refrigerators. And I do it. You open it up. Oh, what's in here? Like, what can I eat? And in the line of sight, you should always have a very colorful, whether it's a plate or some kind of Tupperware thing or glassware where you can see inside of it, with maybe some paired, cut up vegetables or something like that. We also have some oranges up there. So at least your mind is not playing tricks with you. When you go in and you look at your refrigerator, you see healthy things. Oh, okay, red. Oh, let me have a couple of slices of the red pepper. But hydrate well. Don't think that you have to lose all this weight before the holidays. And sometimes people say, well, F it, I'm just, I'm already 30 pounds overweight. I'll just wait till after the holidays. Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just kind of be mindful. That doesn't mean go on a diet. That doesn't mean any restrictions. That means be mindful of what you do and how you do it. And I am certainly not saying that you have to do what I do by any means. This is what keeps me going, keeps me focused, and mentally, emotionally, physically. This is what I have to do for me. I know that if I don't work out the way that I do, I will gain weight. That's just the way my body operates. So I am very mindful of that. So go out and take a walk. If you're looking at your screen all day long, step away from your screen every hour if you can. But the bottom line is, because like this subject, I really could talk for hours about it. Be mindful, hydrate. And if it helps you to journal out what you're eating, when you eat it, and if you're eating out of anger, frustration, or any other type of emotion, that's going to clue you in on, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have that box of cookies, because a lot of people like to cookies in the refrigerator. Again, in the eyesight, you know, when you're looking in there. So
I have to say, interrupt you on that because we started a plant-based regimen, and I've actually gotten, my stomach feels so much better, number one, but that bloat is just finally going away, which is a good thing. And obviously I'm constantly rearranging the refrigerator, like you're talking about, making sure that there's very colorful things. So I was rearranging because another order came in, and I always want to make sure that it's all prepared meals, that I actually do the preparation, but all the ingredients are in these bags. So I have to rearrange them and make sure that the freshest ones are the ones I need to prepare first or in front and whatnot. And I found a box of Girl Scout chocolate mint cookies, which is my ultimate favorite, in the refrigerator. And I'm proud because I got to double check the expiration date to see if they're even good anymore. But there was one full sleeve still left in it. So I thought, wow, that this box has been in here. And I purposely did that. I put it in the back corner so I wouldn't see it. And apparently I totally forgot about it. See, out of sight, out of mind, I didn't think about it. And even when I took it out, and I stuck it back in right quickly because I was in a hurry. That's why I'm going to check the expiration date. It may be just like, go ahead and throw it out. But that really proved the point about making sure that your refrigerator is in such order. Because a lot of times, you get home, you're in a rush, you kind of just pack in the groceries in there. You're not rotating things. You're not like, I'm really mindful now, like checking expiration dates. And because what happens, you open up, maybe it's a bottle of dressing or roasted peppers or whatever, or something that's in a jar, and you put it in there and you forget about it, or you don't use it quick enough, and you've got it frequently. You want to make sure you take that stuff out. But it really goes to show that when you do have a colorful, kind of a rainbow looking refrigerator when you open up, and I like it because I have clear drawers. So I make sure, like the cuties came out probably about a week ago. And I love them because they're the perfect size. They're just that bright orange. It gives you that fall feeling. And then I bought a bunch of like peppers you're talking about. So I sliced them up. So if I feel like something crunchy, I can go in there and they're already prepared, already cut up. And I don't have to like, in order to eat something healthy. So quick things that you can grab quickly that are also packaged in such a way that alleviates that time for you, but also in a form of a size that's an appropriate portion. Because I think for a lot of people, that's part of the problem with all this pre-weight gaining through the holiday season. It's the portion amount. And we always talk about that, how that's so important. And when you do that, that is when you find you don't have to deprive yourself, Jan. Don't you think? Like you don't feel like, oh, I can't. No, I'm going to try a little bit of it, but I'm going to be mindful of my size.
well, exactly, because when you tend to get into that habit of like for instance, I think this is a better way for me to explain it. A lot of times when I go to people's houses for a holiday or whatever, like when I was in the really weight loss phase and then maintaining, I don't do it as much now, but I would take my own tablespoon, because for me it was me being totally in charge of my portion sizes, which helped me to feel in control. I think sometimes when you go into a situation where, especially a buffet type of thing, like for instance, Gary sees food and he's like, wow, so excited. Like, it's a guy thing, right? And, and he, piles up his plate. Now, eyesight wise, I do the same, but for me, it's a control matter that I control. I've got my spoon, or had my spoon, I should say. And I would just, okay, I want to try a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and I'm fine. But again, sometimes you have to go into a situation knowing ahead of time, like, okay, you're going to your in-laws house and okay, it's an Italian household and they're going to have not just, the turkey and all this, but it's Italian. So you're going to probably have lasagna or this or that. So maybe it's a good thing, and I've done this a lot of times too, I'll have like a big salad before I go to somebody's house. again, that's a kind of a mind thing, not so much as an eating thing, but a mind thing. So as I am looking at the buffet, I'm like, you know what? I'm really not that hungry, but and I cut back. If I want to try something, then I cut back. So it's all different little ways that you can kind of control your portion sizes, but in a way that you don't feel deprived, because obviously it is the holidays coming up and we want to partake in all those different festivities. So why not do it in a way that feels good and that you don't feel left out? Because I know sometimes we feel left out if we're not included, if we're not, having what everybody else is having. And by the way, if there's seafood on there, I ain't touching it anyway. So
Well, the whole point being, it should not be a chore. People should not look at it as a negative. Preparation for success is the whole point, is to get you through, still enjoying, still partaking, but you're doing the preparation beforehand, so you do have success. Mm-hmm. So I love the idea of the salad. That really just, first of all, it gives your gut that really healthy nutrition, vitamins from all the different vegetables that you're getting. But it also really helps the digestion tract, because you've already gotten some good veggies in there, which we know that kind of stirs the pot and really helps your digestion flow be much better. And that is such a good thing. So even if you can't do the salad beforehand, I would suggest to people, take smaller, obviously, be smaller portions of everything. How you think about your plate, cut it in half. And it's also a great idea to eat your salad last. You will notice that Europeans eat differently than we do. They eat later than we do. How many of us now are, as you enter into different, decades of your life that's coming up, you realize, oh, I can't eat late like I used to. And Europeans still do that through the test of time, and are very, very healthy. Because it's the way that they're layering their food. Their different courses are set in such a way that their digestive flow is very good, and they don't get the bloat like Americans do, because we tend to eat a lot of carbs first. Then it's kind of like, we're dabbling in those proteins. And somehow the veggie, is either on the side or the salad's on the side. And how many times, I know myself, I've done it, where you receive that side salad and you're eating your meal, and like you never get to that salad, and it's because you've eaten to the larger portion of the stuff that you really shouldn't eat the larger portions of, and you don't have any more room for that salad. And that salad is so important, or a vegetable is so important at the end of the meal, and in particular a salad, because it's raw, and that really just helps kind of the whole digestive tract get flowing, and also makes you feel fuller if you're doing it correctly, especially if it's a spinach salad. So what I like to do specifically with a spinach salad, because that's where I'm getting more of my protein, because I'm doing plant-based, I've cut way back. I probably only eat poultry or meats maybe once or twice a month now. Ever since I started back in September, and here we are in November, my stomach has never felt better, and it's finally going in the right direction that I want to. And it's because I've, removed those things. So I still need to obviously get intake of protein. So what better way than eating my salad last and trying to make sure that there is some sort of spinach leaf or some protein in it to really kind of help that flow. So don't overthink about the thinking of what you have to do for preparation. A lot of people are like, do I have to do that? I want to just enjoy the holiday. I don't have to think about my portion size and all that. And it's basically just setting yourself up for success. So don't think of it as you're limiting yourself or depriving yourself. You're just making sure that you will feel good. You've enjoyed all the delicious flavors of the season, but you end the meal thinking, I enjoyed everything. I had a little of everything, and I don't feel like this big blow. I didn't end up eating the whole plate of cookies, Christmas cookies, because Christmas cookies, there's a variety. Everyone brings a platter of them. They're all different flavors, different types, and they're all just the flavors of the season. So you can have the flavors of the season and being mindful, and the end result, success.
exactly. And, pumpkin this, pumpkin that. I love pumpkin. And, who knows? I'm going to try to make something a little different to kind of spice it up a little bit. Obviously, the staples for the upcoming holiday, and I'm not much of a cook, so I have to start like planning now. Okay, I'm going to do this, and so because I don't really entertain or cook like you do, of course. So for me, it's like, I got to start. I have to start the process.
Speaking of that, are you guys in the stores in New England? Are they minus some turkeys? Everyone's talking about a turkey shortage.
Well, you know what? I actually haven't been in the grocery store because of my traveling back and forth to Philly, but I will probably be going this weekend because that's on my list to pick up a turkey. Like if I'm out, I have to pick up the turkey. So I'm not really sure. I'm almost afraid to go into the store. Like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I know some people that are, ordering from different restaurants, which I think is great. To support your local commerce, which, is always a good thing. And, we'll see what happens. I really have a lot of homework to do. So I'm like, Thanksgiving meal, okay, turkey, stuff, that sort of
well, not only that, but what if there is a turkey shortage and you don't get a turkey? We've got to have some an alternate plan. You got to have a plan B. So I do know that people are thinking of chicken, which obviously a chicken is not a turkey. So that's, kind of a bummer. But, what I was telling, I was chatting with some friends. I said, well, even if you only find something small, a smaller turkey, supplement that with something else. You can, certainly have like a lasagna dish. You could throw in a ham if you have to. You can throw in just fish. I know that's not your favorite, but people can do that. So there are ways to supplement that. You can still have all the trimmings, but, or try to see if you can make some turkey soup, get a smaller turkey now. And, if it's not enough to feed everybody, just make turkey soup and then get something else that's bigger for the family to supplement that meal. But there's ways to go around it. You don't, it's not going to hurt everyone not to have a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Right. So, I'm going to be creative with that. And I've already thought of alternative things. It's funny that you mentioned that. So I'm actually looking forward to it. It does scare me a little bit because me, it's just like, holy crap, I got to do a meal. Like, oh my God, I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. And, if I call somebody on Thanksgiving Day, it's probably because I'm freaking out about what I'm doing. So everybody just, giving you a heads up as far as that goes. So Fantabulous Friday, so many great things to chat about. And, as we go through the holiday season, always kindness in your heart and pay it forward, gratitude. And there's so much that I am grateful for and blessed beyond belief. So on that note, my name is Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with TwoSistas,
and this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss. Are you getting your thankfulness on? We've got gratitude, we've got giving, but let's give thanks. Let's give thanks for, the things that we do have. Let's not focus on things that we don't have. Sometimes everyone gets caught up that, especially during the holidays, and there are blessings all around you. There are things that you can be grateful and thankful for right in your own home. Sometimes people have to look a little bit harder, but they're there. You just have to open your eyes and open your heart. With that, we hope that you have a fantabulous Friday and a great weekend. And we will see you on Monday for Monday Mindset. Everyone take care. Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.